Good morning, everyone. How you doing today? I had everything set up except for my microphone, so that took a little bit longer than normal, but hi everyone, how's it going? I'm Unicorn Dev and I am a game artist in the UK. Hope you guys are having a good day, good morning, good afternoon. Who's here? Who can we say hello to? Essie, Boyfruit, Drab, Zolly, Keskin, Cypher, Angel, Board Thing, Bromo Kachocho, how you doing? Dark Grim, Keskin. How you guys all doing today, Dark and Grim? If Oddman gets here. Okay, so I have a list of things I want to do today. So we're still working on Milo. Last time we got some of her hair blocked in. I'm probably going to add some extra hair strands just to kind of fill her out a little bit more. But what I want to get in is her ears, her necklace, and start working on getting her tail blocked in. So this is kind of my little to-do list. I always find in any project, it's super helpful to have some kind of list. Otherwise, you kind of get lost or you forget what your plans were and what you wanted to get done. So that's what we're going to be working on today, is some of these things. Let me know how the audio is, if anything's too loud or anything's too quiet. I can fix that up. Should be outside. Is this a glorious day? I know, it's like so sunny outside. Which in England, this time of year is very rare. Hey Miller, how you doing? Okay, so I think I have everything. Let's put my to-do list down in this corner so I can see it. So let's get in her ears straight off the bat. Let's just get some kind of progress down. Hey Revy, how you doing? I was gonna say a miracle. Well, last week it was pretty sunny. In England any time of year. How you doing, Danny? Well, last year we had an amazing summer in England, I just gotta say. Last year was an awesome summer, to be honest. Hey Yorkie, how you doing today? Okay, so ooh, I still have enable customize on. Bam, there we go. Just get all my stuff open. I have no idea what the weather was like. Ah, okay. Well, congratulations on your little one. But yeah, it was a really good summer. It was quite warm. But my apartment is cursed. My kind of apartment has... I'm pretty much... Now she's Mickey Mouse. I'm pretty much destined to always live in a place that's too cold in the winter, but also way too hot in the summer. So my apartments have never been very good at handling weather. Good morning from upstate New York. I didn't know you lived in New York. Is that what that's what I assume NY means, but just in case. Okay. Don't even have my tablet out. It's still all cracked up at the back of my desk. There we go. Okay, got my pen. Got everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create a shape that I can extract from. This isn't gonna be like the final shape of her ear. I'm just gonna mask off the back and then extract from that and make that like the actual ears. So we just need a base to work from, really. Okay, so now they look really strange. Cypher, you spelled it wrong, so automod was just like, excuse me. Excited to see the hair come together. I'm kind of excited to do it, but also terrified, so it's gonna be one of those things that's gonna be quite fun, but really challenging. Because analyzing it, the way that Miori likes to do her hair is very much, it's so designed, it's like got large flat surfaces, but they twist and turn constantly as they move. So that's gonna be the challenge of trying to get that feeling of, I can't really say how to describe it, but because she's also underwater, so you have to get a kind of weightlessness feeling with it as well. So that's going to be the biggest challenge, I think. Hey, Commandos, how you doing? Ah, thank you, Gretchkovic. How you doing today? Hey, Amiru. I love it when people say where they're from. I was talking about this on my other stream before where I asked everybody where they were from and what their main language was. And it was so interesting where everybody, kind of like how far this reaches. Because we had some people who, like obviously there's like America and Australia and like all over Europe, but there's people who like from South Africa, and that just like blew my mind. I don't know why, but it's just knowing how far that Twitch reaches people is really cool. Oh. Private number. I'm so sorry, I'm busy. Just suddenly just get a phone call. For the first time ever, I never get phone calls. Okay, so now we have the base. We're now gonna take this. If it was important, I'll either call again or I'll get a voicemail. One sec, so sorry. Sorry, I thought, oh, maybe it's really important and somebody has like, they're like trapped under a bridge and they need to call me. Nah, it was just my hairdressers. So I was gonna give my phone to my partner to answer, just in case it was really important, but it wasn't. So there we go. a waste of a sprint there. I only get one sprint in a lifetime. Well, one sprint a day, and that was it. Okay, so now we're going to take this. So it can be quite hard to get this kind of wrapped form just by sculpting it out. Sometimes I find it just really tricky, or it just takes too much time, so kind of extracting it is the fastest way for me. And because these are such kind of like uniquely shaped ears. She says there's a very particular kind of form that they have that she's quite man, I'm trying to think of the word. Fond of, I guess. Like she says they're very particular the way they have to be, so I want to make sure I'm getting that in. So let's go to extract, smooth it quite a lot. That's way too much. So we want 0.00. This is where it just gets like, that's probably okay. So let's just accept that, click on it. And we're gonna erase the inner poly group because we're just gonna panel loop it. So let's delete hidden. Gonna zero mesh it just a couple of times. Bring it down to something quite low because then it's just easier to handle these forms now if it's a lot lower. It's gonna be so cool. I have to say your initial blob blockout technique blew my brain. Oh yeah, no, I stole that. For the hair, do you mean? Or this one? Which initial blob technique do you mean? Because the one for, well, everything is stolen really. This is all stuff that you just pick up from watching other people work. I've said this before, I don't really learn by watching tutorials. I learn by watching other people work and kind of stealing their techniques. But if you mean the hair, I got that from Troy from Hazardous by watching him work. This one I got from Joe, who on Twitch is called So Much Monsters. His work is awesome. And I saw him doing this the other day, so I stole that as well. I've solved that problem. No hair means no hairdressers calling. They're supposed to be cat ears, Miller, but she draws them. I'm not quite sure how they work in a three-dimensional kind of sense because whenever she draws them quite flat, so it's quite hard to see. It's hard to see what the back of it is supposed to be. I do have some reference of the back of her head, but it's hard to see how this all fits together. So I'm just gonna try a few different things, see what works. Maybe keep all of them, send them to her for review and see what she thinks of them, so. Okay, so we don't want many loops. Maybe set this to 1. Yeah, something like that. All right. We don't really want a bevel on it. And I'll probably make it a little bit thicker just so then it has a little bit more substance to it. There you go. Oh my god, we still have the owl bear in here. I completely forgot about this guy. Ah, yeah. So somehow I've done her ears backwards. I don't remember turning them, but I must have done. Huh. Oh well. It's quite an easy fix. So I'm just going to make them a little bit smaller. Maybe just mask this one off completely, just to make sure that they're both symmetrical. There we go. And then we're going to delete these. They have some kind of ear shape. They're going to need pulling around, obviously, to kind of make them overall the right shape, but... yeah, we're going to add the kind of like little fur tufts at the top. We will be adding that in there. Because she's got fur in here as well. So I'm just going to bring them forward. Just to give her more of a cat-like profile. And then we're just going to grab the move brush really large. Give me your phone number. I may not be able to talk, but I can call you so you can feel important. Oh my gosh, that sounds like the best deal ever. Are you going to do that with fiber mesh or Q mesh in Z modeler? What do you mean, the little tufts on the top? Because everything is going to be sculpted. I'm not going to be using anything like fiber mesh. Rotate these out this way. Glans, how you doing? So I'm just going to turn to lasso because I need to grab this part of the ear, and it still needs to be turning inward just a little bit more. Does ZBrush have a subscription every month? No. So what you pay is what you pay. Your initial payment is what you pay, and that's it. And then you get updates and stuff for free as well. So they have the ZBrush trial that you can get, which is for 45 days, I think. And then the full package of ZBrush is pretty much one payment. It's quite a fun shape to try and get right, actually, because they're quite curvy. Oop. Gonna try and flatten out the top a little bit more. Ah, I've lost my pivot now. Yeah, you buy a license, essentially. So I like to work low res for as long as I possibly can. Oops. Oh, Angel, I'm so sorry. How you doing today? Those rabbit ears will be filled with water in a jiffy. Ah, they're magic. Yeah, no, I completely agree, Dark and Grim. Buying ZBrush is probably one of the best investments I've made. It's worth all the money that you spend on it. How you doing today, Angel? How's the gaming? Need to bring this forward just a little bit more. Just gonna mask this off so I don't affect that and bring this kind of okay, and really start to bring in this back shape. So I don't want to affect the front. I think that's in a good, oops, dynameshed it. I think this shape is in a good position right now, but what we want to do is kind of start to tuck this one back. So we can start to try and match the black is the outside and the pink is the inside. So we want to make sure that we're getting that kind of sharp transition, and we're not going to match it exactly because obviously there's a lot of liberties you can make in 2D to kind of fake form, but we're going to get it as close as we can. And then I think that this drops a lot lower. Just turn that out. There we go. I think that's it. Just gonna grab this up here. I'm not the fastest worker in the world when it comes to this stuff, but eventually it looks kind of like ears. And then we can work on the inside to kind of flesh it out as if they're actual ears rather than just making it up and just letting them be so hollow like that. We'll have to look at some actual cat ears to see what the form is like on the inside. Gaming is going good, loving Andromeda despite the odd bugs here and there. That's awesome. I've heard it's a lot of fun. Hey Vicinity, how you doing? Is it hard to use ZBrush? Plazer, learning the software is not the hardest part, it's the easiest part. Having the knowledge base to be able to do things with it is the hard part. So using ZBrush is pretty easy. But that's not the hurdle that you have to kind of like cross, I guess. So cat ears are normally a lot pointier at this back part rather than here. So normally a lot of the form comes this way. I'm just trying to think about like my own cat's ears and how they kind of look from different angles. Okay, so there's the rough part of her ears. And I'll probably end up creasing some parts of it because when we divide it, it gets quite thin. So either we can sit and we can inflate the edges, or we can inflate it so then when it subdivides, when it loses its form, it doesn't lose too much, so which is what we want. So with less the problem with working really low res is the less geometry you have, when you subdivide it, you end up losing a lot of form and kind of like volume. So you always have to keep checking on that and making sure that you don't lose so much that it gets kind of flimsy. But yeah, so we got the block in for her ears. Gonna gather some reference. I'm gonna get in her... What else should we put? Well, I have to work on the tail. She's got no tail, pretty much. And her hands are like big spatulas, so we have to block those in again. I don't want a new waifu, or are you making things very difficult for me with all the pretty and cuteness? You can't help it. Milo is already... She's already your wife. I'm new here. I have ZBrush, but I get motion sickness. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do about that. There might be some settings somewhere where you can control the camera sensitivity. Is it just how fast things move? Yeah, there's like view. I tried to look up something really quickly, but Some people are just saying to help with motion sickness, what they tend to do is whenever you click on a mesh, if you click F, it uses that point you just clicked on as your center, so it doesn't move around so fast. But I'm so sorry, I don't know what to do about motion sickness. I know some people who were in my 3D class that found it really hard just working in 3ds Max because they got motion sickness, so I just feel really nauseous after a while. I'm so sorry, I really don't know what to do or what to suggest. Hey Reggie, how you doing? I didn't even consider motion sickness in ZBrush. That's an interesting thing to look into. Does it still happen if you use a background? I got ZBrush Core. It's nice and cheap too. What do you think of it? What is... I haven't tried ZBrush Core. Hey Nalia, how you doing? How have you been? It's been ages. Okay, so my list says we've got a block in for ears there. Let's get the block in for her necklace and then we'll do her tail. I can watch, but I can't use the program myself. I find it harder to actually watch people work in something like ZBrush. Because some people, like, obviously I navigate around as fast as I need to. So it's quite strange for me to watch somebody else because they like zoom in and do everything they can. Sometimes speed sculpts are really hard to watch because of that. Ooh, what you could try, I know it's very expensive, but there's the, what are they called? It's like a mouse that is just your pen, so you're kind of floating. Is it a 3D? Is it a 3D mouse? I don't know if it works with ZBrush. But apparently it moves the camera around in a really, really delicate way, so it makes it easier for stuff like that, but I'm not sure exactly what to look into, I'm sorry. Preferences, interface, navigation, okay. Oh yeah, okay, so you can lower the speed if that helps. So mine's they're both 1.5, so let's reduce them to 0.5. Let's go crazy. Yeah, so that's a lot slower now. Would that help maybe? Because if it's just the speed of it, then... I mean, the zoom in scale you can probably change as well. Recenter rate, but yeah. Oh, scale speed. Yeah. So maybe that's a bit better? We all learnt something today, so I'm gonna set it to 1, because it was. Yeah, that feels a bit better to me. 3D mouse, yeah. The scale seems a bit funny. I might put it back to 1.5, but... Oh yeah, but whenever you do it, you might, I'm not sure, but just store config just in case, but it's also because perspective in ZBrush is faked, it's not real, so that might also be something that could balk you up, I'm not sure. 3D mice are amazing, I want one of the Space Navigators. Yeah, I've seen them, but they just look a bit crazy to try and use. What was I doing? Oh yeah, her neck. Okay, so I'm just gonna... Damn it. I've actually done the... Hey Cafe, how you doing? I love ZBrush. I've used it for designing characters, motor vehicles, jewelry, and I'm currently helping a friend use it for rebuilding the building furnitures of his home. For the exact replicas of his Victorian deco walls. Whoa! Skirting boards and exporting the files into a C. That's pretty cool. Shifty. Yeah, I did that. Trying to turn on... I don't know what I've done to it. Because I think it's dynamic subdivision on this. Quick edit 3D mode is off. Please turn on quick... Ah, okay, on it. There you go. Had a quick goof happen, but we're all good now. What are you using to show the reference image? Like Boyfruit said, it's called Pure Ref. What does it mean? Quick 3D edit and transform palette. Try again. Please turn on the quick 3D edit. I've never had this happen before. This? Okay, there we go. Hey Thunder Bunny, how's it going? I don't know, I must have hotkeyed that in somehow, but I can't remember exactly how I did it. So I'm gonna look at the topology for this. Probably grab up, just to clean it up a little bit. I'm just gonna delete some loops. Slide. What did you do to, what did you click to fix it? Oh, okay, so for some reason it said that I had to turn off the quick edit thing. So you have to turn on quick 3D edit is what it was telling me to do. I'm not sure what I did to get it to happen, but... So I'm gonna turn activate symmetry on. just do it again just in case. This is just some kind of necklace going on. I'm probably going to redo it because I want it to be a lot cleaner than that, but... Okay, and then we have the one that goes around her neck. So I'm probably going to grab... curved tube brush. You have to wait until that red line comes up and then you can carry on drawing it. And then if we go to stroke, curve, you want to lock the ends so it doesn't move, and then you can like move this around. Grab that pure ref, it looks really helpful. I love it. So you gotta wait until the red line draws, and then you can do it again. Probably be better to do this without symmetry on, actually. So just gonna grab this. Lock end is on. Until you have the red line, go around. You can also extract this. The kind of stuff you can do with extract is really cool. So you could just draw a mask and extract it as well. Doesn't seem to want to sit on top. Okay, so just get that in the right position. So I think from the back, this actually crisscrosses. Oh, are they all one necklace? Ah, okay. Actually seems like it's all one necklace, so I'm just gonna shove that up there. No, curves sometimes don't want to behave themselves. You're very true. Very right, sorry. I'm just going to turn off the color just so I can see this a little bit better. Okay, so let's just call that done. And then just grab move to optical. And then we're going to I might have to split them and then kind of connect, like bevel them together. Not bevel them, bridge them, sorry. My words today are terrible. I'm just gonna do this for now. So now I need to figure out which neck I want to keep. So I think I'm going to get rid of this one. Well, I have to do it along the... I have to kind of keep half of each one. Because I'm going to use the choker as a separation point for each of them. So... like that. Probably delete higher. Just close holes. Go to her head. And for some reason I've like pulled her neck all the way back on this one. Don't know how or why, but... Alright, so this is always risky business, but what we're gonna try is freezing her subdivs and then capping that hole. Which sometimes can be pretty tricky. And then you unfreeze it, and then we wish. So, not too bad actually. Because sometimes it projects like really funny, but it seems to have worked pretty well. It's like, what's the story? The girl with the ribbon around her neck is pretty much what I've just done here. Don't take the ribbon off, whatever you do. I'm just going to clean up the seam a little bit. So now she has her choker. I'm just going to turn it on. And then we're just going to build like her little pendant, which I think is just a square. Not sure. We could probably put some kind of pattern on it though. Why do you need to cap it? It's just for me more than anything. You don't have to cap it. You could just leave that open, but I prefer to cap it than leaving it open. I don't know, it's just a personal preference really. I could have done it, it doesn't really make any difference. But yeah, I personally just like capping them off. Hey Josh, how you doing? I found your YouTube stuff yesterday, and to my surprise you're streaming today. How much of the stream have I missed so far? You've only missed about an hour. So we still have like another 2 hours to go. Uni stream makes working for school on a Saturday a bit more bearable. Do you have homework to do today, Yono? Now I'm creeped out knowing that that seam is there. Just don't take the ribbon off, guys. It's fine. So now I'm going to create the little pendant, which I'm just going to just use an insert cube. Not H cube. H cube basically means that that it's open on the back. So if you don't want that, then you have to use cube. I'm just gonna look at the geometry. So, hey Melieve, how you doing? What's the best program for rigging 3D models like this? I use Maya, but you can do it in places like 3ds Max or Blender or any typical 3D software really normally has some kind of rig, like rigging tools. But I personally use Maya. So it's much easier to get these shapes if the object itself is low res. I just hold down shift as I use move rather than scale. I find with really simple scaling, the move transpose is a lot more efficient. And then we're just going to go back to our brush. And I'm just going to crease these loops. has a hole in the middle. There we go. So I probably want to weld those together. Is there a like collapse or something? I don't really use ZModeler that much, so collapse, yeah. But doing that seemed to bring the crease with it, so we'll uncrease everything. I've been using Maya, but it's pretty painful. Maya is pretty well known for being some of the, like, one of the best softwares to animate in, so I don't understand how it can be really painful. Use Stitch? Okay. It seems like I do have to divide it and then do it. Or actually no, we could just smooth it and then do it. Haha. Right? So it's completely open. All right. So that one's fine. Okay, now that's fine. Sorry, that took a little bit longer than it should. I was gonna Dynamesh it anyway. I don't know why I did all of that, but okay. That was kind of a waste of time, but oh well. So I think a shirt needs to come down a lot lower. Can you animate now in ZBrush? No. What were you trying to do? Oh no, I was just creating a box and then I was just trying to reduce the geometry, divide it, and then to get like a kind of crisp edge and then just dynamesh it, but I completely lost myself what I was going to do. Don't really know what I was planning on doing. I'm not sure what kind of pattern I want to do on it though. Not sure if we should like put some kind of indent on it or just leave it plain. I might ask. Miori what she has on it, but I think I'm just going to do this. I had some lectures a few years back and he showed us how to produce some animations in ZBrush, but it was more tricks that can be used to fake animation. Oh, okay. A shell? Yeah, we could try to make it like a shell. I think it's supposed to, because like Miori wears a necklace actually like this, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like her actual necklace or not. But that looks like it matches just a little bit better. So I just need to turn off her hair. She looks kind of cute with short hair though. What's the name of this song? This song is Canvas by Resonate. Might have to try and pitch that she only has a pixie cut from now on. Because it looks really cute. Okay, let's block in the tail. Let's do some actual sculpting. And start to block that in. Hey Alpha, how you doing? Miori would love it. Oh no, yeah, this is a collab with her, so I send her updates as often as I can. So turn off the legs. We're gonna that booty, I know, right? So, we turn off symmetry. I'm gonna have to make this a lot more low res, so then we can kind of manipulate it a little bit easier. So she's giving us some serious butt pose going on. So we have to kind of try to match that. She has the high hips. This is going to look kind of weird, but I'm just going to remesh all of this down into something really low. I always think with her arms, it's really distracting as well. If they're just there while I'm trying to do this, because they're obviously not done. Serious butt, yeah. This is serious, people. Hey Movie Cat, how you doing today? Makes me want to design a feline mermaid of my own. Totally do it. There's quite a few people that have done them. So I would say totally do it. She would absolutely love it. I think they're like a fun character to kind of like work on. I'm probably going to half that again just one more time. But we need to inflate this because that's getting a bit lost. And so I need to rotate this whole top part of her body back as well. So that means I have to move her head and everything. So I have to grab all of this. Actually, no, I'm going to do it in Transpose Master. So let's save this. It's going to be much easier. Okay, so I'm going to have to pull everything back and really give her like that kind of broken spine look. So we're going to go to Transpose Master. Actually, no. Oops. Oh no, what have I done? Alright, 1 minute. Never do that when in Transpose Master. Okay. So we're going to delete the legs, we don't need those anymore. Alright. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit all over the place today. Transpose mesh. There we go. So we're going to grab from here. Actually, no, it's from her stomach. Then we had to rotate her arms out. ZBrush is a 3D software designed to make 2D image, or does it have other uses too? It's not 2D, it's 3D. So you're basically doing 3D sculpting. In terms of games, you create your high poly mesh, which you then take in and you will make low res in another software. So she's looking a little bit lumpy right now, but I'll get it all fixed. I think the best position to have her in for this part. So obviously I need to pad out her back because she's gotten quite thin, but... And then... to grab her arms. Might do undo all the body twisting I just did, but... So I'm kind of screwing myself over because I'm not making this symmetrical now, but I want the challenge of not having it be symmetrical. Should probably work up her body a little bit more before this point, but... Oh no, the cat's here. Gosh, can't do anything, can I? Get out of here. So yeah, probably gonna undo all of that because I want to be able to still work on her body. There's quite a lot of fixes obviously I have to do because I haven't touched her anatomy yet, but it's more just the twist on her hips that I want to make sure I've got in, so... Do the asymmetry pose on a layer? No, yeah, I will do eventually. I mean, I've worked on layers before and they always kind of broke a little bit when it came to sculpting back on them, so I'm going to try and not do too much stuff like that on a layer, but... I need to make this tail a lot more low res so then I can actually work on it without it getting lumpy, because that's what it tends to do quite easily. You can just see like all the lumpy parts in it. Okay, so let's just accept that. Hey, there we go. I think going back to symmetrical now is a good idea. Oh yeah, I just wanted to try her in kind of seeing how it would go. If I... Sorry guys, I need to catch up on chat. I've been really bad. You saved my 2D animation life in Lazy Nizumi. Oh man, I love Lazy Nizumi, it's so good. Hey Gage Mag, how you doing today? Laser a bit of a pain to work around. They force you to work on a layer as soon as you make one, but it's just an alternative if you wanted to get a pose in early now. Oh no, I'd probably layer them up later. So I'm going to make the tail even more low res because it's a bit crazy. That guy has not stopped. He just keeps doing like construction next to the apartment and I don't know why. So eventually this will be attached to her body so I can get the kind of scales on there. You still... No, I haven't, no, because there's no point. So once again, I apologize if you hear like any banging on the wall or anything like that, but it's just my neighbor doing some kind of construction or something. Okay, so she has spikes coming out the back. And this huge curly tail, which I think might be easier to model than sculpt it, but we'll give it a go. What time is it? Let's go about another hour and a half. Spikes or a dorsal fin? I think they're both. So it's a spiky dorsal fin. So I'm just going to do this and then flatten it off, basically. So when I found out that ZBrush was immediately... what ZBrush was, I immediately fell in love with it. ZBrush has so much freedom in it to make whatever you want, but I'm also a bit of a hipster, so everybody else knows. Everyone else I know doesn't like it, so it made me love it more. What? Man, so what's everybody else's stories for learning and focusing on ZBrush? I don't know. I think mine was also a kind of thing of when I was studying, my course kind of taught you that you should box model everything and that there wasn't any other option. And they didn't want to teach us ZBrush, so I kind of wanted to learn it initially for that reason. Really. It's quite a strange reason, but that was really it to begin with. After that, it was more because I saw a lot of people creating really cool content, and that's why I wanted to learn ZBrush. It's getting a little bit too thin. I feel like a lot of people's beef with ZBrush is that, like a lot of programs, it's intimidating as hell when you start, not to mention it's also a little bit different way of thinking compared to other 3D programs. My teachers couldn't use ZBrush, so when I learned about it, I just dove in and learned it while I was on my semester off. Yeah, I think my teachers, they were quite old-fashioned. They hadn't been... They were working on, like, PlayStation 2 games or something. So when it came to, like, software like ZBrush coming out, even though it'd been out for a while, they hadn't really used it before. So I think they were pretty intimidated to try and teach something quite as big as this. But in the end, getting over the software is the easy part, right? It's actually that one. There we go. Found it. So I think it actually starts getting longer as it goes down. Spent the rest of my short community college career being the ZBrush guy. Yeah. Finished my Autodesk certification in Maya, and a friend showed me ZBrush. This was back in 2006 or 2007. I bought it right there and then and have I've used it ever since. Started with ZBrush because although I had a basic understanding of forms and anatomy, it became the easiest way for me to get ideas down. How I see them as I struggled with 2D art. Yeah, I think some people use a lot of 3D to try and help them with their 2D stuff as well. There's a lot of artists who'll build it in 3D first and then bring it in, which I think is really cool. So I'll need to look up some reference for these. Look at stuff like lionfish and how they kind of look for that and how they attach together and all that stuff. Because I think it's all one piece. Can I post links here? I'm not sure. You might want to test it. I don't think anybody's really posted any links, so you might want to test if you can. What's the link for? Look what I've done to her hips, my gosh. Symmetry because I started to twist these around a little bit. Turn it back on. Oh yeah, you can post links. Hey Kingsley, how you doing? Oop, no, I swapped these two around. I've just changed my UI again recently, so some of the buttons have switched around, so I keep pressing the wrong stuff. Okay. Just gonna put in some kind of landmarks in here. But I have mask by polygroups on, so let's turn that off. I'm officially on ArtStation now. Oh, cool. I'd say start in something like Maya 3ds Blender to learn the ins and outs of 3D modeling. Plus, guys, if there's any questions, if you put at UnicornDev rather than at Pixelogic, I've seen a couple of people do it. It highlights it in the chat for me, so I don't miss it. I tend to miss a lot of questions, unfortunately. Normally I'm quite on it, but today I seem to be a little bit struggling a little bit with it, so if you have any questions, just put at Pixelogic and I should be able to see it. I mean at UnicornDev, oops. Kind of like fatty deposits on her sides. because she's pushing her belly out, it makes it look quite round, so I need to try and pull that back in a little bit. In her hips as well. As far as I understand, you can't just put a 3D sculptor you made into game. No, so any kind of sculpt that you make, it has to be made game res, so you have to retopo it and unwrap it, texture it, stick it in. Only because like just game engines can't handle this kind of resolution. Plus, I feel sorry for anybody who'd have to, like, try to, like, rig and skin something like this as well. So, yeah, it's just more about what the engine and the technology can handle. So, normally you use this as the way that you can kind of, like, get all the high detail you want, but you bake it onto a low poly. I feel ashamed even asking these questions. No, ask any question. Like, no question is a stupid question. So I'm just trying to start sculpting in some kind of form in her anatomy, because she's quite a soft character. Like, her forms are quite subtle, so you don't want to go too far on a lot of this stuff, otherwise you're going to end up kind of pushing it a little bit too much, and then she's going to look either like muscular or too lumpy, or have you considered giving her a carrot nose? I have not considered. Still not a stupid question. But the thing is that I could give her a carrot nose and then realize, holy crap, that's the best thing I've ever done to this character ever, and could have ever done. Huh? So you could be, like, pleasantly surprised. Your bicep actually goes a little bit past your armpit. Ah. So I'm just going to turn the arms off. Try to push our rib cage just a little bit more. Bring in his stomach about there. So she still has a belly button. So make sure to... Just stalk Ryan Kingslin, kind of absorb anatomy knowledge just by following him and all his social media. Yeah, no, Ryan always posts up some really good stuff on like all of his like, I think Facebook's probably one of the best ones. I'm on like his newsletter, so if you can get on that, that's really good, because then if they do any kind of course, which they do quite a lot of, they do like mini live streams as well. So this is kind of like where her leg would start coming in. That's why that kind of twist is there. It's kind of hard because I've twisted like this part of her. Everything else is symmetrical, but this one, like this bottom half, so I keep forgetting to have symmetry off when I work here, but... Brian Kenny thesis blog is just a graphic image warning. It says it doesn't exist, but... I can never get my character sculpts to look as clean and smooth as yours. Mythos, the best tip I can probably give for making things look smooth or like clean is probably to work as low res as you can for as long as you can. Because if you work really high, like I'm probably working a little bit too high res right now. To really be able to like build these forms up, but I feel like I've made her torso too long. Like this part needs to be, this part here needs to be shorter, probably a lot shorter. But yeah, try to work as low res as you can, because then you're just going to end up with a cleaner mesh at the end of the day. Because she is all crunched up, so this is going to appear shorter than normal. See how it looks with everything on. No, maybe not. Trying to just build it in a bit, like almost like she does have legs, and then strip it back. Because kind of how she's drawn it is almost like you can see like the crease down the middle. It almost feels like she does have legs in there, or like kind of like she's just wearing a tail costume. Like it's not actually a tail is how it feels right now. Just trying to work some kind of hip bone in there as well. May as well just delete those at some point. I find myself giving more tips on that Facebook group than actually working. Yeah, you need to have a balance of kind of like giving feedback and looking at other people's work and then working on your own stuff. Because sometimes you can just get lost in like other people's work rather than creating your own content. Been quite quiet this time. What time is it? Okay, so we have like another hour or so left. Was there anything in particular that you guys wanted to work on before, like in the last hour, or should we just keep doing this? Nah, this is still really flat. Daggy, thank you. Five-minute doodle soon? That would probably be like in the last 15 minutes. You want to do hands? A 1 hour speed sculpt. Well, how long do we have? That sounds like fun. Let's change the 5 minute to 1 hour. Okay, we could give that a go. Okay. What should we do? Do you guys all want to work on the same thing? What material are you working on? This is just like Zebro clay. I think Zebro is probably one of the best people that I like to get matte caps from. So like I use, this is Zebro clay 4. That's another version and that's another one. And then I just have this eye reflection one as well. So like I always kind of have these ones on hand that are easy to get to. And I normally switch between these two or this one. If you were to do a likeness, how would you go about it? Obviously get tons of reference. Yeah, references as much as you can. And then I would probably draw the planes of their face over the top. Do some like 2D sketches as well to try and like understand that form a little bit better. It can be quite hard to do a likeness without really knowing the planes of their face. Let's just grab That looks really, really scary. So if you look up like planes of the face and try to find out what theirs are, because it makes it a lot easier. When I was doing 2D ones, normally I don't do 3D likeness sculpts, but when I was doing 2D ones, I found that really helpful. Okay, let's leave that for now because that needs a lot of work. 31. Let's go to what Vicinity posted? What did Vicinity post? I'm not sure if I have a plane of the face thing in here. Maybe. Yeah, I do. So this is what I mean by planes of the face. It kind of like it's the structure of the whole face and the plane shifts between them. So if you try to define what those are from different lighting of the person you're trying to do a likeness sculpt of, it can really help. If you just type in Zebro Matcap anywhere online, that's better. You'll find them. They're not difficult to find. You just have to type in Zebro Matcap and you'll just like, he posts them everywhere and everybody shares them everywhere. So there isn't really a place that you can't find them. Pinterest is where I find most of them, like links to them, but I didn't really get much done today. I'm a little bit tiny bit disappointed. Well, I've been working a little bit slow. Oh yeah, it's not about like the speed, obviously. Speed doesn't really define like skill or progress, really. But it's just been a little bit of a slow day for me, which is a shame. Because I was hoping to get a little bit more than this done. Oh yeah, Zebra has a YouTube channel, I think. I wouldn't know what to speed sculpt for an hour because I haven't really prepped anything. Let's have a look at my like inspiration boards, I guess. But excuse me. You guys have bested me. I'm not sure what to do in an hour. It's about a plate of spaghetti, sauce and meatballs. Thank you, Devon. How you doing today? Did you guys just want to do any speed sculpt, or did you want to do the same thing? That's the hard question. Because then it's trying to find like the same thing that everybody could have fun working on, I guess. Oh, you got a final exam? What's it on? A catfish. Yeah, we should all do a catfish. Done. Finished. Speed sculpt done. Hey Wakapee, how you doing? It's really hard to like get in here to like sculpt anything. Just make sure like backpack face mask on. What about a blobfish? Okay, let's do a blobfish. I'm down for that. Let's do a blobfish. We have an hour. Maybe some kind of random word generator as a prompt for a speed sculpt session. I think that would probably work next time, totally. I was just caught a little bit off guard that we wanted to do an hour one. So next time I'll try to be a little bit more prepared so we can actually do something a little bit more fun together. So we'll do a blobfish. We've got like 50 minutes. And we'll do a blobfish together. We'll see how that goes. So let's save this by 2. Mona, how you doing? Okay. What do blobfishes look like? They look absolutely awful. Blobfish. Ew, why is it drooling? That's disgusting. Alright, what blobfish. And then any other kind of blobfish. Just grab this one. Blobfishes are incredibly happy. Don't even try to say it otherwise. Look at this guy. Try to tell me this guy is not happy. Okay. Axolotls are amazing. My mug actually has an axolotl on it. That's my mug today. The droopy dog of the fish world. So let's post up. Let's get a link to the Discord. Okay. So what's the app you use for reference? It's called PureRef. That's a link to the Discord if you want to join and post anything in the art sharing section. When we did challenges before, we just put it in art challenge. And this is where everybody posted up our 5-minute sculpts. So you can draw it or you can sculpt it. I don't mind, but let's just do something kind of fun for like the last hour. Not saying that Milo's not fun, but I'm not making tons of progress on this right now, so I'm definitely going to try and come back to it and fix up all the stuff that I did. I just feel, I don't know, I've been retopoing for like the past week, so I feel really rusty. So save it again. I already saved it, but let's do it again anyway. Hey Justin, how you doing today? Okay, so let's just start with any kind of sphere. I don't have to rush this lots this time, but making a custom UI is possible. No, it's not. It's really easy. All right, blobfish. So it's quite a fat little flat shape. Okay. Let's just start by putting in his weird little nose. It's got quite a pointy top to his body. Don't know how they look from the top, but I'm guessing they're pretty much the same width all the way around. Such a pretty fish, I know, right? Just gonna pop that in there. I'm just gonna dynamesh it. To be honest, could have just retopoed it. Because the scene is far too big to really get like a proper dynamesh on it. Okay. So we're gonna grab this, make it a different poly group so we can kind of Alright. So I don't want to make him too round because he looks like quite flat overall. What is this brush? No idea how I've done that. Needs to be quite fat and chubby. Poor little blobfish. Maybe they have a great personality. I'm pretty sure they do. Bet he has the nicest personality. He'd be that kind of blobfish that would always make sure to pay for your meal, and he'd always hold the door open for you. Every time. Without fail. He's a gentleman after all. There's just a little bit of like mess happening in here. How do you rig stuff for animation after ZBrush? So I retopo my mesh, take it into Maya, and then just create the skeleton along with the control rig. And then you animate it and stuff in there. It's not done in ZBrush, essentially. You can pose stuff using Transpose Master, but if you want to do stuff for games, then you're probably better off doing it in a different software. Oh no, I don't want clay tubes. That needs to be clay buildup. There we go. Okay, so let's just dynamesh this. I want to try and add lots of kind of, I guess, like a weird form to him. kind of sketching him in. Little blobfish. Hey Sensei, how's it going? That white glossy looked extremely creepy. Good, that's what I want. Do you feel uncomfortable yet? Is the question. Because until you feel uncomfortable, this blobfish is not finished. Not quite sure when his where his fins are. Like, he's got fins up here, but like, does his back one just look the same? I think it looks like it's just the same, and then he's got one at the top as well. Oop. So he's got a fin up on his butt. Kind of like this. From what I can see. How do you get the reference window? It's called Pure Ref, so it's a separate piece of software. I need to remove this song. Oh wait, I can't remove the song from this mix because it's a playlist. It always makes you feel really tense. It's just not a nice song at all. It just feels like I should be like running from someone. So just stop stressing me out, song. Might just be me, but totally feel like it's a really intense song. This looks like the weirdest thing ever. Is anyone else doing the blobfish as well? Quadro is another one. Like, what I like about Pure Ref is that I think with Quadro you had to have the image like pre-made. I couldn't just copy and paste and just kind of like from anything into it. So I tried Quadro, and I think that Pure Ref is probably the best out of the two, definitely. In my mind, yep. Vicinity, Thunder Bunny. Is there a link for the playlist? Yeah, one sec. It's just a Twitch one. So it's just come from the kind of like Twitch basically says, oh, these songs are okay and won't be muted, and it's from their like their Spotify radio, so need to put the rest of its fins on as well. Don't look at the bottom. The bottom doesn't exist. It's fine. Just ignore it. Blobfish. Blobfish, blobfish. These are really weird. What does the blobfish even do? Does anybody know? Does it have a purpose other than to be kind of blobby? Because I know there's like some fish, like the sunfish, that just don't have any purpose why they even alive. Nobody knows. Somehow they still live. It's got a 6-pack? Alright, let's give it a 6-pack. Ah, yeah. Sunfish get ripped for Ibiza. Getting buff. He's the best wingman ever. The reason it's ugly is due to its slow density flesh. The blobfish shape is very different when it's out of water, so actually looking like a normal fish when it's deep in the ocean. So actually, it's super cute normally. But then we pull it out of the ocean and it's like, why? So they look less blobby out, like, in the water. Okay. So I'm just trying to add some kind of like form before adding texture. Because I think he gets quite flat at this point. He kind of slopey. So just to give him that feeling of gravity, just have him quite straight at the sides, but then everything gathers. And try to make the peak of the highlight about here is the goal. Still six pack. A step away and now there's a blobfish. Yep. Everybody asked for a speed sculpt, and blobfish is what I decided we were gonna do. Give it really hairy human legs. I really wanted to like, 1 minute. I really just wanted to like, do him like this. And then give him like a human body. Make it just a little bit kind of podgy. Oh. Grab this part. So it's going to be his tail. And then we're going to Blobfish needs a bit of a belly going on. Alright, so do we... Okay, yeah, let's just insert a whole different sphere. What? Ooh, no, that's our fish. Where's my fish? There he is. Right, let's give him some legs. Move elastic, there we go. Done with that song. Blobfish legs. Alright. Because we have like what? How long do we have? 20 minutes? So you have 20 minutes to get Blobfish going. And then let's give him... what should we use? I want to give him like really tiny feet. Okay. Blobfish is always in the friend zone. Blobfish is totally not in the friend zone. He is like the one who teaches you how to get all of the ladies. That's what Blobfish does. Let's get Snake Cook again. Let's just pull out some chubby little fingers. Blobfish is legit. Yeah! Alright, let's give him a tail. You got 20 minutes to do Blobfish, so probably less than that now. Hey Lockdown, how's it going? This is a very serious ZBrush stream. You only learn very serious things here. So unless you're super serious about your serious ZBrush work, this might not be the place for you, because we're all pretty serious about our work right now. I'm just saying. I'm just warning you. I'm just warning you about all the serious people in here. If you're here for a good time, this is not the place for you. Because we are just here to create serious content right now. Just so you know. In case anybody else is wondering, is this a stream where I can have fun? No, this is not, and you must leave. Because this is a serious stream. Oh, my cat's here. I just heard him sneeze. He just snuck in here, but let himself, gave himself away by just sneezing. Blobfish. Where are you going, Blobfish? Do you have a job? Oh my god, what if he has a job? Alright, 1 minute. I have to give him a suitcase as well. Because he's got to go to work. He's got to make money somehow. Being a blobfish just isn't as profitable as it used to be. So now he has 2 jobs. That's why he looks this way. He has a whole load of, like, side jobs. Hi Dorian, how you doing? Thank you. I appreciate that. This is the best thing ever. Are you just gonna stand there the whole time now? My gosh. Everybody say hi to the cat. Alright, I gotta stick his little tail on. Doreen, I can't see my keyboard. Excuse me. Being out of water is a stressful job. Alright, so what's Blobfish's job? What's his side job? What does he do on the side to make money to help with his blobfish lifestyle? It's a very expensive lifestyle that he has, by the way. He's a lawyer, maybe. Maybe. He's a soccer coach, professional wrestler, works at Dunder Mill thing. Oh my god. Pixelogic developer. Ah? We could totally do that. It's a good one. The only thing we could do to make him look like a Pixelogic developer is just give him a Pixelogic hat, though. There's nothing much else we can really do. Oops. A stay-at-home mom. He has to look after all his blobby children. Gave up his dreams for his kids. You have to give him a little bit of chub around his arm. just so it feels a little bit more connected. He's a wedding planner. This playlist loves this song. I think it's in there like 10 million times. All right, he's a life coach, maybe. Works at a coffee shop. Ooh, he could be a barista. They just wear aprons, right? I think a barista is a good one. He's not scary, he's just misunderstood. Oh my gosh. Alright. What does a barista do? Underwater lifeguard, maybe? Yeah, they just wear aprons. Gave up his dreams for his kids. Man, I don't think an apron would... be very recognizable, actually. I think they get arrested if they just wore aprons. No. Alright, what was the other one? Football coach, right? We said a lawyer as well. I think a lawyer was one of the first ones. Could be a motivational speaker, maybe. He could be anything you guys want him to be. I kind of want to give him a tie. Like, I really want to give him a tie, so... Like a clip-on tie. Give him a Mickey Mouse hat. How long do we have? We have 6 minutes, so... What about a Time Lord with a tie and a top hat? Well, I'm definitely gonna give him a tie, so... Give him a crappy little tie. Must be polygroups. Come on. There we go. No! Are they all the same polygroup? Really? There you go. What channel are we posting Blobfish in? Post him in the art challenge one, I guess. Okay, so I need to add some kind of... Let's just grab mask pen, but let's turn on lazy mouse so we can get like... We're just gonna extract. A tie. He's gotta go to his day job. Okay, so extract 0.004, 0.002. We want to smooth it all the way up. Okay, move down. Go to Z remesher. Let's hope this doesn't crash. Do 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 do. Bye, Devin. Good luck. Good luck passing your exam. I think Blob Ross would rock a cool afro. There we go. All right, Mr. Blobfish. How long do we have? We have like another couple of minutes. So let's say we have like 2 more minutes. Just gonna grab this. I'm gonna make his tie a bit shorter. A tiny little tie. And then divide it up. Blobfish. Oh god. I'm supposed to be a serious professional, you guys. I'm supposed to have a serious job. And this is what my job is now. To make blobfish on the internet. My gosh. It's the best job ever. People are going to be so jealous. When they see this blobfish, they're going to be like, how do I get a job like that? Well, you can't, because I already have it. Pro ZBrush blobfisher, 10 out of 10. Alright, cool. Let's call that done then. Blobfish. So he's going to his day job. He's got things to do. Let's move this out of the way. Actually, I'm really quickly going to... What time is it? We have a minute. Oh, the music stopped. No. All right, there we go. Oh, no, what? Oh, I got rid of my poly paint. That's so terrible. Aw. What? That's not fair. Come back. That is not fair. Alright, Blobfish. Finally finished. Alright, let's get a terrible render of him. Alright, what have you guys made? Let's go to Art Challenge. Genuinely really excited for these. Okay. Ah, he's great! Oh my gosh. Yay! Thunder Bunny gave him legs as well. Perfection. Just another day at the office. This is what, Mr. Blobby and Noel Edmonds. Oh my god, yeah. Buttfish, love it. I'm done on this fish. Oh my god. I love these fish, you guys. So, I think this has gone okay. I'm so sorry that I haven't been able to get a lot done on terms of Milo. Yeah, of course, one sec, let me get it for you. So yeah, hopefully next time we'll make a lot more progress on her. I think I'm just having a slow day today. Those days happen, but you just need to take your time and eventually it will all kind of work itself out. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with me. If you want to follow me on any of my social media or on my own channel, you'll find me at Unicorn Dev, or on Twitter and Instagram it's Unicorn Dev Games. Or on ArtStation, it's just Shayleen Hulbert. So I hope to see you guys. I'm not here next week because I'm at EGX. So the next weekend we are here is April 1st. No, wait, April 1st is the weekend I'm not here. April 8th, same time is when I'm back. The next person on is, oh, somebody on a Sunday. So tomorrow we have Pierre at 10 a.m. PDT doing sci-fi characters, which is going to be pretty cool. So if you want to see that, please check in at 10 a.m. to go and see that. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks' time. Okay, thank you so much. Hope you have a good weekend. Bye.